One of the untold stories of alcohol-fuelled violence is the devastating impact it has on medical staff. Those who are tasked with treating patients who end up in emergency departments also want the assaults to stop. Medical reporter Sophie Scott has met some of the healthcare workers who are at the coalface each weekend.
Neurosurgeon Mark Winder looked after Daniel Christie, the victim of a violent assault in Sydney's King's Cross. He says breaking bad news to families is something he's doing more often.
The most recent one, obviously, I had to then go and talk to the family about the fact that their son wasn't going to survive. And I must say, they were unbelievable about it.
But he says treating more young patients suffering the impact of alcohol-fuelled violence is taking its toll.
It's a devastating injury, not only for the family, but also for the staff who are looking after them. It's extremely difficult. And I think part of that is having children yourself. You sort of see the senseless violence of it all.
And it's clear the emotions are still raw.
Very hard to deal with the families, particularly when, you've got... So I have to start that again. And when you see the impact it's having on them and their siblings, it's really very difficult.
Julie Greathouse has comforted many families devastated by alcohol-fuelled violence.
I think as staff, we need to acknowledge that we witness suffering and grief of our families and their friends who have experienced major trauma, major injuries.
Medical staff say what keeps them going is relying on each other and using the coping skills they've developed over the years to help them deal with what they're seeing in hospital.
It almost gets to the point where it's a Groundhog Day for us. Every time we're on call, we're seeing males and head injuries related to violence. And the underlying sort of common denominator is the alcohol with it.
Until things change, all they can offer is medical care and comfort for the next patient that comes through the door. Sophie Scott, ABC News.